the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. To hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spray. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in the trenches. It's no difference.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. A fairly short kick from the 14 and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
They're on 26-yard line.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And this is just a little touch pass. They set the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Finding Miller once more, complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Carr now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. This is fielded at the 27. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through it with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
2 yards on the play. First down, Chargers.
No score after one on EA Sports.
No score.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So 1st and goal, and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's Eckler again, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Herbert just beat the play clock. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
There's another example that pairing football isn't strictly being physical. You've got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they dumped it to the back. He was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. He was brought down by Michael Davis.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And it's fielded at the 34. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. No gain on the play there, second down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Looking to throw on second down. Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that's caught at the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 30 big ones. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. First down, and they stick with Eckler. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is right through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. The final shot here before half for Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But
he's got him in, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. There goes an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Inside 4 minutes to go. Third quarter. Up the middle with Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. This is a counter play. Eckler, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Herbert. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And the Chargers first down.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A rare miss misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
At the 29-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of a yard.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Herbert now. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Offense set to get this drive started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. First play's a run with Nwangu, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Give left side here for Nwangu. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range. Gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. But we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge said all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Give them 12 yards that time, and Las Vegas first.
That's good for Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now a give, running left is Nwangu. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Now the try here for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And that is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Herbert to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Herbert going to throw. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. Here's 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you know. Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.